Hey, and we're live now. So sorry for the delay, guys. You guys know I was just out walking about and streaming, and then I'm like, oh, look at the time, I gotta go.
Yeah, I was calling you. You were ignoring me.
Well, it was I was using my phone as the remote thing and everything, so I didn't see. I keep it on do not disturb when I'm out streaming. So, but I'm here, just fashionably late. You know, fashionably late. I had to change my hat. Okay.
Dude, am I live on my channel? Tara has complete control over my channel. I don't even know if I'm live on my channel.
You are live on your channel. I got the notification that you're live, Nate.
Now all the drunk freaking retards are gonna just kidding.
So for everybody, I was just fashionably late because I had to change my hat as soon as I came in.
I like your hat.
Thank you. It's a milder version of my actual thoughts and feelings, but
I want a fat bill though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I want to leave the sticker on too. You know.
So how are you doing? We haven't caught up in forever.
The same old, same old. Yeah, we finally caught up, and what it's to go to Portland, right?
Yeah. Mayday. So I told Nate that I was heading to Portland now for this weekend. So he's like, oh, again by yourself? Now I'll protect you, right? As I stream.
Oh, you're gonna wear your Trump shit, and then I have a loud mouth, and then someone's gonna shit, and then
It's a fantastic combination.
Yeah, I'm murdered.
Well, because of you. I was thinking of not wearing the Trump stuff. I was thinking more wearing the Antifa sucks hat.
I don't want to die.
Maybe both. I mean, like, decide like when I'm out and about dressed in black bloc, I'll like oh, if you can't find me in the crowd, like if you're looking for me, I'm like let me put on the Antifa sucks hat. You'll be able to spot me right away. I'll be in the center of all the black bloc people.
Are we gonna say how we meet like we always do?
Of course. I'll let you tell the story.
No, I said it the last 2 times, dude. You said
but you're such a good storyteller.
No, I'm not.
Teller.
It was what, January? No, December 12th.
December. That fateful day, December 12th.
March, and we were
on the streets of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, we were on the Antifa side of the march, and we were at the very front, right?
I was on the Antifa side.
You were on the Antifa side when we met, yeah, weren't we? Weren't we in the very front? Like, I don't know. That's
true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like everybody was kind of like blended in. I know I stayed on the Proud Boys side the entire time. So you must have come. I think you said you went back and forth between the sides. I don't know how you even did that because like everything was so blocked off. Like the police barricades were not letting it through at all.
Yeah, true. We had to sneak our way through back alleys and shit. All right. Yep. But yeah, that's how we met at a march in the very front of the line. And I was trying to figure out, I was like, are you cool or are you
That's the same thing. Like I met Kev, who was I was out there streaming just now with walking around Minneapolis. I met him over in Brooklyn Center the day of the Chauvin verdict, and so I was like, "Are you Antifa? Like, are you gonna try and beat my ass?" Because he asked me what channel I was with, and I'm like, "Oh, I usually don't say what channel I'm with when I'm at these type of events."
Yeah. Well, the guy you're with, he's anti-Trump, right? How'd you meet him?
He's not anti-Trump. He's just not pro-Trump. So he didn't vote in the last election, but he's more on the liberal side of things. So we definitely don't see everything eye to eye. But you know, he's cool. He wasn't trying to attack me. Like we have good conversation about opposite views. So and actually, like I was like, okay, if I wear the Trump hat, will you wear the Antifa sucks hat? Because he doesn't like Antifa either. So. See, liberals are not for Antifa as well, but yeah. So at first he was wearing the Antifa sucks hat, and then he's like, I have a lot of people who are Antifa that follow me, so maybe I shouldn't.
What's it like in Minneapolis right now? Is shit.
So it's been quiet. It's been quiet the last couple of days. The day of Chauvin's verdict, it was just a massive party. It was a massive block party that was going on. I stationed myself over at Brooklyn Center. And that's where the scene of all of the riots for the last several days leading up to Chauvin's verdict was. And it was, you know, from what I saw as I was watching like PT News, it was pretty crazy out there. And then Kev was out there every night streaming also there. And he got pepper sprayed, rubber bulleted, and like the protesters had even like rushed to go to when they were rounding up a lot of the reporters. And I saw this also in the media, but and Kev was saying that they were rounding up the reporters and you know, checking for their press credentials and arresting reporters as well. I mean, it's difficult to say, like, you know, you have a lot of Antifa who are out there, and all they after they throw that brick at that cop's face, they hold up their cell phone and say, "I'm a reporter."
Yeah.
So,
well, they're arresting reporters now, right? Aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I know even my dad would say, like, you know, we're prepared for that. As I've been putting myself in the mix, I've had other friends who are reporters who have accidentally gotten arrested in the mix, because it's different. It's difficult to distinguish, because in a sense, like First Amendment rights, freedom of the press, it's hard to tell who is press and who isn't. And just because you have press credentials,
says that they're press when they're not. So it's
yeah.
It's a big cluster.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the rise of the citizen journalists and citizen reporters who are going out there. Like, I'm not out there throwing bricks at police officers or, you know, I don't try to start shit with BLM or Antifa, but just having a camera is provocative enough that they're trying to shut that down. So like, I don't have press credentials, but I self-identify as a reporter, according to some articles. According to some articles. And, you know, in terms of what gives you legitimacy as a reporter is going to be like, who's your, in my opinion, it's like, who's your following, who is, like, even your equipment. Really, anybody can be a citizen journalist to the extent of like what I would just say is when you have like Antifa throwing a brick you're at a police officer and then saying, "Oh, I'm a reporter." Like, sorry, that doesn't fly. If you're doing something against the law, no, you should be arrested. But when there's hectic, you know, chaos going on, you can see why reporters are going to be arrested in that mix, because you have a lot of people claiming to be reporters who are actually activists at that specific like spot and doing harm onto the police by throwing projectiles at them.
You said you've been seeing flyers for Portland for May Day, right?
Yes. Yep. And like I'll have to send them to you. There's like bingo. Let me see if I saved any on my phone that I can quickly like bring up for you.
It's surprising that Ted Wheeler came out and he talked. What's the word I'm looking for? He denounced Antifa's mob right before May Day. Interesting. You had all fucking year to denounce it. It's kind of a little shady that he's doing it right before May Day. That's going to cause more chaos, in my opinion. Like, I think that was before their biggest holiday, he's coming up and basically saying for people to stand up. Of course, people want to stand up. Before people stand up, though, shouldn't you have the police be doing their jobs? I would say that they're the first line of defense before your average citizen is. Yep. But yeah, I want to see some of the flyers. Interesting.
Let's play a bit of your, because you just published on your YouTube. Let me pull that up. Awkwardness as I'm the man in the chair. Floral, share the audio. There you go. Okay, so everybody, be sure you also hit that subscribe button and like and share Dream Floral. But let's go ahead and play your latest video.
I don't have to play my recent one, dude. I was drunk. I want to forget about it.
Your best ideas comes like
I had a bit of explaining to do. Like I don't.
What minute do you have that you talk about Wheeler's comments? Like,
it's
I know that you had in the very beginning.
Yeah.
There you go.
Done with the self-described anarchist mob. Now, Ted Wheeler, mayor of Portland, has now decided that the residents of Portland have finally had enough after what? Over a year of just continuous riots. That's very nice of you, Ted. I'm glad you finally pulled your head out of your ass. It took a while. No, let's be real here. His head is still in his ass. I cannot believe this guy is a mayor. If you are a mayor of your city and you allow it to burn for over a fucking year, you are a radical leftist piece of shit that belongs nowhere near politics. If you don't care about your own people's safety, and you just let it go on, and a year later, now we're tired of it. He finally decided that for the residents of Portland, they finally had enough. Thanks, Ted. Anyways, to jump to the real reason why I'm making this video, I thought it would be
I figured that was good for me just to play right now when I was trying to look for my for those Antifa flyers, but I didn't save them to my phone, so I don't have them readily accessible at this moment. But like if you see in the the Youth Liberation Front, they have their Seattle, Portland, DC. They have this flyer that is a bingo flyer. And they said that how Portland won last year for May Day bingo. And so the blocks actually say like burn a federal building or attack a patriot or like that's the definition of like their bingo game. And so evidently the Portland Antifa won the May Day bingo by hitting the most blocks on that little chart.
Fantastic. That was a Tommy Bahama shirt, by the way. It was a $180 shirt. I'm just going to throw that
Fancy. Fancy. Pi Suzanne is saying that it's also on Telegram, the Antifa stuff. I guess I gotta follow them there.
Are they posting on PDX? Do you know? Because Antifa PDX has a Twitter account, I'm pretty sure.
I probably saw it there. Because I follow some of them, but I'm sure if anybody like clicked back and saw that
fucking Hot Wheels midget fuck in a wheelchair.
Oh, Mini Tifa.
His name. He's like without two legs or whatever. And
that's Mini Tifa for you.
On a fucking hill already.
You know, the one time that when I went to Portland back in January, it was completely like placid. It was the day after the New Year's Eve riot, so I was a little disappointed I didn't get to see Mini Tifa rolling in his Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I see him every time I go. I saw him get arrested the last time I was there. He was begging to get arrested, actually. Asking. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. He was begging the cop to arrest him. It was.
Who do you think is worse? Like, question from one of our viewers: who's worse, Mayor Lightfoot or Mayor Wheeler? Tough one. I'll let you start.
Wheeler.
Yeah. I have a consensus there. That's Wheeler. And it was so interesting, like when he was for that press conference or Zoom conference he was having with the chief of police there, because they've had such turnover in that position of chief of police. Like, let the police do their job before you're even asking regular citizens to be taking photographs of the license plate, because I saw some of the Antifa posts then repost that statement and said, oh, that's just going to result in a bunch of broken cameras.
I see that Antifa's taking pictures. They're going to be taking pictures of out-of-state license plates coming in on May Day. I saw that somewhere online, which should be interesting for me.
Wait, so Antifa's taking photos of out-of-state license plates?
Yeah, on May Day.
Why?
I don't know. That's just somewhere that I read. I'll send you the link.
Okay, because like I think that's interesting in the sense, like I feel like the people who are going to be coming into Portland for May Day are going to be more of their comrades, as opposed to like regular citizens are the ones going the opposite direction out. And then you'll have like me and you.
Yeah. You in your Trump hat and me with a bullet in my fucking temple.
Fuck Antifa.
But
thank you. Yes, I love my hat very much too. It's a milder version of my true feelings when it comes to Antifa. I got it from PT News Network. They have a Patriot store. So check out PT News Network for their Patriot store, and you'll be able to find their Antifa Sucks collection. I have Antifa Tears mug. I have an Antifa Sucks mug as well. And yeah, they have shirts and everything for Antifa Sucks. It's their Antifa Sucks line.
Who's been out and about, Antifa and BLM in Minneapolis, or just one or the other, or who?
So interesting thing that's going on tonight. So I was actually supposed to have dinner with a person that I had met who has a nonprofit organization that focuses on financial education for minors in correctional facilities. And so like when I connected with him here in the city, I was like, wow, we have to definitely continue this conversation. But so while I was out just now streaming with Kev, we were talking to a woman that came by who lives in the tent encampment area. They have a square that has tents for the homeless. And so she was telling us how the police had come and just scooped them up and told them they need to get out of this area because there's going to be protests coming through tonight. And so she says she's not sure of what group it is, but she said that like there was a Somalian group that went through before that they had actual special permits to be protesting through, but they've been ordered to stay off of Hepplin Street. But so after I turned off my stream to be coming back to the hotel to stream with you just now, we talked to other security. Like I should have kept the stream going so you guys could see actually how there's a bunch of police cars now lining up in the media area of downtown, just like downstairs of where I'm at. And so we talked to some of the security and so they had already said to like their employees to, like if you want to go home early. So evidently something's going to be happening tonight. I'm not sure what, but I'll be out in the street streaming. So if you guys want to tune in later. So I canceled my dinner with a very interesting, person. And I'm hoping I will be able to reschedule that because like he said that he would even come onto the stream because I think he is a very fascinating organization that actually is going to be effective for helping, youth to break the cycle of poverty, to give financial education and financial management to youth who are in correctional facilities, because that's about like breaking the cycle of poverty. And that's actually, the true essence of Black Lives Matter, the statement, and not the organization.
Yeah. One thing I didn't like that the dude from earlier said, like, oh, we were getting shot with rubber bullets, and all these kids had to protect themselves with umbrellas. Well, they use umbrellas to hide themselves doing illegal activity, asshole. So
Yeah, it's true. It's like when Kev said that earlier. So like like I've been learning some from him. He's been learning some from me, just in the conversations that we're having. So in a sense, like he was streaming as well. So I'm sure there were a lot of people on his stream who were like, oh, this girl's crazy. He said that he had sent he said that he had sent my some of my videos to like some of his friends, and they're like, wow, she seems like a terrible person, but she's hot. And I'm like, great.
Hey, tell him, dude. Say I'm Miss America, whatever the fuck you were. What were you? Miss Florida or something? I don't know.
All the above. Miss New York. I held two Miss New York titles, but a lot of Miss America titles in the state of Florida as well. But yeah, so I disagree with that. Like the reasoning for the umbrellas isn't meant actually for protection, but to disguise their identity. They often put swords at the end of those umbrellas. Blades at the end of they put
bayonets. They have bayonets on the end.
Yeah, I'm not saying from this particular protest.
Warfare.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they did at this particular protest at Brooklyn Center that Kev had witnessed, but I've seen it from other feeds and also been warned to stay away from the umbrellas because they're known to put blades at the end of the umbrellas, and so to inflict harm onto people. So in terms of, and then they've certainly used it against me to hit me with the umbrella as well. So I can, this is he just started streaming the events, and as he is witnessing it unfold from there. So that's his perspective of the events. But yeah, I disagree also in terms of it being used for self-defense, but I can see how it would be seen that way as well.
Yeah. They used umbrellas to attack Tara in New York City. I just realized I could see comments right now. I totally forgot. I was on private chat.
Oh yeah, switch over so you can see everybody.
Attack Tara, right? Skateboard? Didn't you get hit in the head with a skateboard?
Yeah, I've been hit with the umbrella, skateboard.
I prefer
John Gray reminded me earlier, like, don't forget the dirty diaper. I'm like, oh yeah, that's true too. We got also the dirty diaper. I mean, I guess they get more and more creative. I actually saw something that they were handing out diapers at protests.
Nice.
And so my thought with that is like, because you can't go use the bathroom or something, or maybe they're using that as a form of attacking people the way that they use the diaper at me. I mean,
savages, dude. That's gross. I'm trying to drink over here, Tara.
I should have grabbed a beer before I came in, but yeah. I gotta be on my toes tonight because I gotta show you guys this footage. I was trying to download it earlier. Let me see if I can quickly show you. So I'm just casual evening out. I'm going to dinner by myself last night, and when I walk out my hotel, I'm heading to the Hotel Ivy. I hear a man yelling, "The revolution is coming! The revolution is coming!" He's screaming at the top of his lungs. The Illuminati are behind. The revolution's coming, and it's not going to be televised by the media when it happens. Like all this weird stuff. So me, I hear commotion. What do? I walk towards it, and so I start. I go out of my way a couple blocks to divert going to the Hotel Ivy and to see what the commotion is about. And he's standing in front of at one point he's standing in front of the Metro Transit, and he's blocking it. He's pounding on the subway, or it's not subway since it's not underground, but the Metro Transit. He's pounding on it and shouting, violently shouting at, like he's going inside of the carts and shouting at the people in the inside. And so, I heard the commotion. I always have a camera on me, body camera on me. So I turn my body camera on, and then I walk over there. I was testing out my a new Insta360, and I realized it cut out at that 10 minutes. So I did miss a piece of it that I would have liked to have shown you guys. But so I recorded him having this kind of behavior, and that the Metro, the driver had said, we've called the police, you can't act like this, basically. So fast forward, when the police arrive, it was such an interesting sight because the police actually approached him with their hands up. And I'm like, what? The police are the ones that are showing their hands. But the police actually approached this guy because the guy is black. The guy, they approached this guy with their hands up, saying, you can't be doing this. Can you get on the ground? And then so the guy gets on the ground, and
please get on the ground. Put your hands in the air.
Nate, no joke. That's exactly what I saw. Was the police walked up to him. Two officers coming from both sides. They came up to him with their hands up, saying, "Please get on the ground."
Police hands up.
And so the guy starts yelling at the police, "Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me! I didn't do anything wrong." The police have their hands up, showing their hands up to this guy, and the guy saying, "Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me! I didn't do anything wrong. This is illegal to arrest me. I didn't do anything wrong." And he literally, it was so stereotypical, but he literally said, and I have it on video that I'll upload later to my YouTube. But he said, "Please, Mr. Officer, don't shoot me."
Dude, I have a buddy from high school. We've been good friends for a long time, but he's a LAPD cop now. And he told me that they, him and basically the entire department, they said, if a black dude ran a red light right in front of us, we'd just be like, we didn't see anything. It's just not worth it for cops anymore. So it doesn't surprise me. Cops are now coming up with their fucking hands. Hey, you! Get on the floor.
Put your fucking hands up.
John Gray saying commotion is like crack for a streamer. I know. I'm walking to like I had a nice fancy evening planned for myself at like I searched like best restaurant in Minneapolis, and I'm like I'm taking myself out to dinner right now. And then so I distract myself from that dinner because I hear the commotion and I'm like, what's going on over here? Body cam on.
So the chaos in Minneapolis is going on in downtown tonight, you said?
I think something's going to happen. I don't know exactly. But
how's it in Brooklyn? How's it in Brooklyn right now?
Brooklyn Center's been quiet.
Oh,
it's been quiet. Basically after the Chauvin verdict, they've had like only a couple people present there. It's as if like now they don't care anymore after the Chauvin verdict. No. But yeah, there's nobody been out in Brooklyn Center. I was staying out in Brooklyn Center for the first couple of days, and then I transferred to downtown. And then I hung around here longer than because of course like most people left town after the Chauvin verdict, and then I was trying to figure out where I was going to go. I was thinking of going to Columbus. I was thinking should I go to Chicago? So without figuring that out, I have a lot of interviews that are scheduled this week with the mayor candidates.
There's a deal tomorrow, right? A mayor candidate tomorrow.
I'm going to be interviewing Bill Pepitone, and he's actually like the NYPD's like they endorse him because I think he's also former NYPD.
Okay.
So, but I am interviewing 3 mayor candidates on the channel this week, and so with figuring out my travel schedule and everything, I'll be able to travel on Wednesday.
Be in person.
It's going to be on the channel. So it's going to be on the Polish American Brotherhood. I'll be interviewing the candidates with Adam Francisco. So as part of our TNA show, the Tara and Adam show. But I will be interviewing them also in person with the live1.tv in studio as well. So we're scheduling those interviews for filming them in studio for next week. Gotcha. And then so we're interviewing Adam Orlemond, Fernando Matteo, and Bill Pepitone. I have reached out to other like Curtis Silva, who's also Polish, so he has to come on my channel to interview. He's the leader of the Guardian Angels in New York, and then Sarah Tiersman, I want to say. So these are all conservative Republican candidates, but I am looking to interview also Democrat and liberal candidates on the channel as well. Like, so we've reached out to Andrew Yang. Maybe we'll get a response back from him. But I was thrilled that the 3 candidates that we have lined up, that how responsive they were to be, engaging and talking through social media. Like they were readily like responsive and to confirm for an interview. So like I would just say like that signs to me of a very like down to earth and in touch person that in a sense like I'll be streaming it on YouTube, but willingness to talk to our audience. So I think that's fantastic. Yeah,
that's awesome. You need to come to California and interview Caitlyn Jenner running for governor down here.
I can't believe the 2 options for you have Caitlyn Jenner and then who's the current governor again?
Fucking Newsom, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. That's your choices, Gavin Newsom and Caitlyn Jenner. Good luck to you.
I mean, Nevada. The only place I need to stay in California, but I could manage with Nevada, so I need to get the fuck out here. Caitlyn Jenner becomes governor. But yeah, that's huge.
How was it when what's his name? Albie Book.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, he was a Republican, but I was pretty freaking young when he was governor. So, I mean, I was in maybe high school. I didn't give a fuck about politics in high school, so I really don't know. Yeah, I didn't really start paying attention to what was going on until the last couple of years or so. So when Arnold Schwarzenegger, I know he's Republican, but I don't really remember much of how California was. He was probably Republican, but, not Republican, but apparently he was a Republican. So, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Gotcha. Do you know who Rick Grenell is? I don't know.
No, I don't know who that is.
Hi, Susan. So we'd have to do research as to who Rick Grenell is. But if you say that Rick should run, I'm sure he'd be a good candidate as well. Oh, Arnold is a total rhino.
Yeah. Hey, did you see George Bush fucking talking shit with Jenny Kimmel on Trump the other day? It's like, Bush, get the F out of here, bro. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. You know who's going to be in Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow night? Oh, no, not tomorrow night. Wednesday night is Mike Lindell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's going to be a hoot. Rick was Team Trump. Yeah. You know, so when I was walking around with my Trump hat earlier, like I didn't feel like uncomfortable or anything. I mean, there was a part when we came across, I think it was like close to the Target, and there was a lot of loud people that were gathering that, you know, loud being aggressive or whatever. We didn't stay long in that area, but they were all in green shirt or green sweaters. So I don't know who they are. But Kev was kind of like, all right, let's walk away from here.
Well, Antifa is still in bed during the day, so
yeah. We were out in daylight, so the next stream should be me walking around in a Trump hat at night, right?
Dude, I'm just picturing May Day, like it's the night of May Day, right? And like the whoever's the spokesman Antifa's like, okay, guys, let's go out. Let's tell our mothers we're spending the night at like each other's houses, you know.
These little basement soy boys.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell my mom I'm spending the night at your house. You tell your mom to spend the night at my house. And we're going to go out.
That's so true. That's so true. That's part of their like tactical coordination of like, all right, guys, in terms of communication, we also have our stories aligned, just like back in high school, the same exact strategy. Yeah. I'm at your house, you're at my house, you're at my house. Let's see. Checking out some of the comments. So back on to the California governors. Arnold, fake Republican, calling the people that stormed the Capitol Nazi. I remember that. I didn't like him after that. When his whole family is in Austria persecuted the Jews, how dare he? That is what I thought of Nazi Arnold.
Yeah, well, freaking George Bush was just talking shit on Trump the other day too. Just like, dude, you were like tied for the second worst president in freaking modern history with Obama. Tailing behind freaking President Sniffer.
Oh, so Kimmel is doing his show in a Masonic hall?
I don't even know what that is. What's a Masonic hall?
Masons, the Freemasons.
Oh.
Ties to the Illuminati. Which the guy from last night was shouting,
dude, freaking
the Illuminati is behind
this. So what day are you going to Portland?
Wednesday. I don't have an interview scheduled on Wednesday, so that's going to be my travel day.
You're flying, I imagine. That'd be one fun.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to take a bicycle, but I figured it'd take too long.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you next May, 2022.
Yeah, so I'm fine. But yeah, Wednesday I don't have any interviews that are scheduled for the channel, so that's when I'll be going. Then we'll see if it's a couple leisure days that I can actually see like normal Portland. I mean, Portland's not very normal, but
it's a shithole. The entire thing, man. It's just because it's such a pretty city. I mean, the streets are confusing as shit. I thought it was me that like I'm driving through Portland. I mean, there's turns like that come out of nowhere on the left side of the highway. It's like, what the fuck? I'm turning off of the highway on the left. I mean, there's stop signs where, I thought it was just me, but I asked other Californians like, yo, have you ever driven through Portland? And they're like, yeah. I was like, well, how was it? They're like, dude, it's confusing as shit. I was like, all right, cool. It wasn't just me, but it's a shame because Portland's such a pretty city, but it's so.
I mean, it's nicknamed the Rose City. It's known for its gardens and everything. I'm going to pull up actually some of the photos that I took when I was.
Now it's all covered in graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to spray paint Black Lives Matter on every freaking building that stands.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I mean, Lord, because I have Gangster's Paradise actually playing this, so that way this conversation doesn't get demonetized. I'll take the sound out. But it's true. I was like, that's what came to mind. I was like, as I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. So I put Gangster's Paradise to this thing. Are you clocking? What's up with that? Let me see. All right. Portland, Oregon. A little bit of the sound. Do.
Hey guys, I am in Portland, Oregon, just taking in the sights from America's.
Just taking in the sights.
Graffitied out steps. This is behind me.
Beautiful.
Over here, you will see
me enjoying my Starbucks. This is what it looks like.
Yeah. This is what it looks like.
Ted Wheeler allowed this to happen, and now the residents have had enough.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to downtown Portland.
So I cut the music, but you're going to be able to see what it looks like. So these are just like, I did my own little photo shoot of downtown Portland because it was quiet when I was there. So I saw the aftermath of the New Year's Eve riots. And so I saw like smashed windows and everything. But this is what you see, like ACAB everywhere. You know, all cops are beautiful. You see like F12, you know, the key.
Yeah.
F12 is all over the place.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Jesus Christ, dude. What, your fucking 3-year-old that you ran away from come up with that fucking slogan or what? Did Tara just leave? Oh God, if I'm in control. Tara's about to get banned from YouTube. I think I'm in control now. Saint, shut up. Well, I wasn't prepared for this, but keep going. My computer shut off. Son of a bitch, bro. I wasn't prepared for this. Oh, God. How's everyone doing? I just found out there was a chat like 30 minutes ago. I was here looking at the private chat. I'm like, wow, this is pretty fucking empty. Dead Burn, let's burn it down. Hey, Dead Twist, that's my dude. That dude comes from the drunken retards of my side. There's Tara's followers, and then there's the the hood rats from Dream Floral. You guys like this? I actually had a subscriber send that to me. Nice, huh? Usually I'm just used to getting hate shit. People threatening my fucking life. But someone actually sent me a painting. It was very nice. I was really nervous about giving them my address, so I gave them one of my buddies. I was like, yeah, fuck him, dude. If something happens. I subbed to your channel. Thank you, Julius Newman. I appreciate that. Doing great. You've got the touch. You've got the power. Bro, do you know Jesse Lee Peterson? No. Who's that? Explain. I'm in Minneapolis, and they have taken over 2 squared blocks. It's a shat hole in the middle of our city. Yeah, I can imagine, man, because I go to Portland every so often. I thought I was done, bro. I went to Portland 2 fucking times last year. Both a shit show. You know, I was hoping after this election, like, shit would calm the fuck down, you know? And I would, like, politics would get out of every aspect of our freaking lives, but it didn't. It didn't. And now I'm going back to fucking Portland. Listen to homeless people have sex outside my freaking hotel room. Will Tara be back? Yes, she will. Her computer shut off. Sorry. Now, she said, keep going. My computer shut off. So let's see how long the pull lock could have. How many pull locks does it take to turn on a computer? I'm Polish too, guys. We were not. Thanks. Yeah, she had to reboot it. Someone tell her to hurry the F up. I feel like I have too much responsibility talking to the Polish American Brotherhood. Oh, thank fuck. Dude, what are you in your car? Oh, hey, I thought I saw a steering wheel at first.
Oh no, this is my yeah, so sorry about that, guys. My computer went into an update. I thought I X'd out of like one of those Apple updates. Evidently, I said to go ahead and do it. And so my computer just restarted. But I can show you at least like the view out my window and stuff.
Sweet. It looks
So,
like
I'm on the 9th floor, but like don't look down.
What a
That
view.
would be. It's a nice view, actually. I mean, they tried, but the front desk tried to give me like a high floor, like nice, like floor to wall ceilings and everything. But yeah, I got a fantastic view of the construction happening.
Nice.
Happening down below and stuff. So, but yeah, so when the computer just shut off right now, I messaged Nate and I'm like, keep going, keep going.
I know. You're probably gonna be banned from YouTube tomorrow.
Wait.
You can't leave me in control and expect me to be mature. I mean, you could give me about 30 seconds and then the maturity level just goes out the window and I'm just, an idiot. I'm just kidding. I didn't say anything.
My computers are starting right now, so I'm like I was like, oh, what's going on here? So I'm like, oh, well, I just gotta hop on my phone. I guess that's a good thing with StreamYard. It can be able to do that and stuff. So
I don't even know how to use StreamYard at all. It's actually Tara streaming on my YouTube channel right now. I have no control over it right now. I don't know when this is over. How the fuck, it's.
I gave you the login so that way.
Computer,
this is the good thing. Like when Adam and I are streaming and stuff like that, he goes into the back end. So that way, if anything happens to either of us, we're able to like navigate like the back end and share and everything. Because I assume that when my computer shut off, also the share screen also went off. So I'll put
anything.
The YouTube that I was showing with the beautiful Portland.
Rod Plum. But yeah,
the computer's still like updating right now, so I can't log into that at the moment. But I guess whenever it does, I'll be able to go back in there, and then I mean, you guys can check out the my little self GoPro photo shoot that I had of Portland. You can see that on my YouTube channel. So that was the footage I had there. I actually have more footage I never put up. I haven't actually, honestly, guys. I have a lot of. My camera's always on. Camera's always on. A lot of stuff I haven't like put up that maybe one day I will. But I want to, I'll put together my own little documentary or mockumentary of everything I've witnessed in the past, like 2020 leading up to 2021, just in the continuation of 2020, right?
Yeah.
Checking through some of the comments. All right, guys, if you have any questions for us, feel free to like chime in and everything. But yeah, I'm good. I'm excited you're going to go to Portland with me. We've been like talking about doing this trip for a long time.
I know. And I was supposed to go. Why didn't I meet you last time? There was some reason.
I
think I told you. I was like, bro, nothing's going to go on. And you were like, yeah, I'm going to go anyway. I'm just like, dude, I'm not going to drive 8 hours to fucking not do anything. So
well, I mean, it was really popping with the New Year's Eve riots, and yeah, that was because I had to be in DC because I was going for January 6th. I had to be in DC for that, and then when things are popping from the New Year's Eve riots, I'm like, okay, for the weekend I can jump my magic teleporter and I'll be in Portland. So I was in Portland for probably like 36 hours, I think.
That's it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
then you took off where? Morning. Back to the West Coast, right?
Yeah. So I cross-countryed it. I came in, I got in like early afternoon into Portland on a Saturday, and they were having massive riots the night before. So I saw all the aftermath of like all the broken Starbucks.
You went on the day they
that.
took off. That actually, when the first time I went to Portland, it was nuts. Like, I saw a dude get fucking shot in front of me. I saw Joey Gibson, like, straight up getting attacked, all this. And then the second time I went to Portland, I was so amped up. I was like, dude, it's going to be goddamn nuts. And just, like, I went there on the after effect of all the shit happened the night before. So I know how that feels. But then I made up for it because the both times I went to DC, I got some crazy shit captured. So, but it's also going to be crazy on May Day on May 1st. So
yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. I did turn up the volume on my cell phone now. So thanks, guys, for those of you who let me know that the volume's a little bit too low. But yeah, so that's when I went to Portland. Like, it was a Saturday, and things tend to be crazy on Saturdays. But yeah, the one day I go, nothing's going on.
They're like, oh shit, the Polish American Brotherhood's here. Let's stay. Yo, didn't you, like, was it you? Yeah, it was you. You were like, I'm gonna fake tweet that I'm going to Portland, right? And then you just didn't go, and then Antifa was like all nuts. You're like, hey, and they started sending your picture around, like, keep an eye out for this chick. Blah, blah, blah. And then you didn't even go. You just did it to fuck with them.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Dude.
Because that's when they were like threatening my dogs and everything on Twitter and stuff. So and posting like where residence I'm at in New York.
You better stop posting conservative shit, Tara. We're gonna cut your dog's fucking heads off.
I'm like, who threatens dogs? I'm like, you're seriously, come at me if you will, but leave the dogs out of it. And so I posted that I was going to Portland after New York, and I actually went down to West Palm to welcome the president back to Palm Beach.
That was dope. That wasn't even planned, right? It just Florida planned that in themselves. I'm listening.
Yeah. So instead I flew down to Florida for that, but I posted on my socials that I was headed to Portland. And so with that post, the Antifa boards they were all circulating like, oh, watch out for Polish. She's going to be in Portland. They were circulating my photo, telling the other Antifa people on the West Coast to be on a lookout for me. And yeah, instead I went down to Florida, had a vacation. I went to Disney World. I was over in Disney World, and I was posting my old photos of me being in Portland. I was posting that in my Twitter. Was so
Dude, you're a troll. You're an Antifa troll. That was so funny, though.
So they were like, oh, we missed her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was posting my photos.
Around, like, where the fuck is this?
Where is she? If I catch me now. But yeah, so I was posting my old photos of Portland when I was just off in Disney World.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you ruined a couple days or a couple days over there for them, you know.
Yeah. Let's see what some of these. Sorry, guys, I'm just like holding up a cell phone right now and everything. Oh, it looks like my thing finally restarted. Maybe I can get back into this thing. But I got to show you guys the video of what a shithole Portland is, and it's so sad because Portland used to be beautiful. Like my mom was there a while ago, and she I told her like what I was seeing, and she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Portland's a beautiful place. Blah blah blah. I'm like, I was like, yeah. And I told her, nah, you leftists have destroyed it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, your people. The media reported that the guy who testified at Chauvin's trial that Floyd died of OD. They want to review all the cases he has ever reported regarding causes of death and look into his license. Yeah, that is such bull.
Reported that the media at CNN or CBC, whatever the shit. We're talking about the hometowns of some of the jurors before the trial was done.
I saw it on ABC that morning. They were talking about their hometowns. They were
talking
about their
hometowns. And if you're a juror, it's just like, oh fuck, they're naming off my hometown. What the fuck else do they know? You know, it was the most unjust trial in freaking trial history. I mean, whether you think he's guilty or not, whatever. But like,
that's witness tampering.
Fucking.
that's witness tampering to be
exactly.
announcing any of the
And then you have like
identifiable information about
brother coming on and crying on this shit. Like, what does that have to do with any of the with facts whatsoever? Why are they throwing the? I mean, it's not like it's the ending statements where they're trying to bring in. It's like day 2 of the trial, and there's people coming on stand trial being subpoenaed who weren't even freaking there, just up there to cry. It's like, what the fuck are these people have to do to bring to the table? I don't understand. Yeah, it was a. Oh, whoa. Hey. Whoa.
Oh, sorry, guys. There we go. Can you hear me now?
That's pretty.
Sorry about that. I switched from being my switched from my cell phone back over here.
Very sci-fi, actually.
There we go. But sorry to cut into what you're saying, Nate. That's true. Like when they were posting the hometowns, the descriptors of the jurors, and then there was a juror that came out and said that she was afraid for the riots and people's. I don't know if she was a backup juror. They just said juror. So, but she had come out saying that she was afraid for giving an acquittal. Was she a backup juror? I mean, I'd have to go back and look at that.
I know the only juror that came out and like showed their face was a backup. So I don't know if they didn't show their face or their name, then probably a real juror. But if you saw the video and it was her showing her face and talking about it, she was a backup. I don't think.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're able to clarify with that.
But it's just what she thought the real jurors thought. So. Yeah. It's a very unjust, very unfair trial. You have Maxine Waters going out there saying if it doesn't go a certain way, we need to confront even harder than we already are. You have Joe Biden.
Right after she said that, there was a drive-by of the National Guard too.
Yeah, you have Joe Biden coming out there saying the evidence is damning, and it's just like, why don't you let the court of law do its thing without you guys adding fuel to the fire, saying if it doesn't go our way,
that's mob justice. That's mob justice.
Yeah, well, it's exactly what we expect, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, after the judge came out and he told Maxine Waters to shut the fuck up. I was like, dude, it should be a trial by judge. He should have requested that rather than trial by jury. Hopefully, when he acquits, he requests for a trial by judge, because you can't trust any fucking jurors, especially if they do it in the city in which in Minneapolis, man. He needs to. It's really sketchy to request a trial by judge, but I think in this circumstance, you really, you don't really have a fucking choice.
Yeah, I think that thought didn't even cross my mind that they should have requested the trial by judge. I just don't know if it, like, how would it be possible for a fair trial to occur in the sense of having a jury that has not been affected, because everybody's been affected, especially people who are like here in Minneapolis, to not hear any of that. So I pulled back up the YouTube of the photos.
You're right. No judge would want to take that on, but.
Oh yeah, that's like a death sentence to the judge.
Trial by combat would have been better.
And so that gives me concern with also Rittenhouse's, with Kyle's trial upcoming, because with mob justice, with what we saw, like here, I mean, I followed the trial. I don't see how reasonable doubt was not introduced by the defense and because just the fact that there was drugs in Floyd's system to a lethal dosage, that to me is reasonable doubt in itself. And you have the the prosecution even saying it was knee to the shoulder blade, not knee to the neck. So that's words coming out of the prosecution side. So do I think that witness tampering had happened, that the jury has fears of rioting and mob rule and threats to burn down the city, and not just Minneapolis, but the rest of our American cities?
Yeah.
And so, Kenosha, we have Kyle Rittenhouse's trial is going to be later on this year. And are we going to see, in a sense, the same thing as because it's looking to be like a public lynching. And so is it do you think that Kyle Rittenhouse is going to end up having a fair trial with kind of what just happened here? I don't know. What do you think, Nate?
I think Derek Chauvin. Are we saying that Derek Chauvin is a great guy and he did the right thing
No.
as professional as he could? No, but can you prove the fact that he, beyond a reasonable doubt, that he committed murder? I mean, for fuck's sakes! I mean, they convicted him for what? Second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. I mean, for fuck's sakes, George Floyd only died once, and you're gonna throw 3 killing charges on top of the dude and there's
yeah, for me it's just the concept of beyond a reasonable doubt. Like is we're not saying that Chauvin's a stellar guy or a good guy by any means. Like we all saw the same footage, and like we all had the same reaction to seeing that footage, and there's something wrong that happened there. But in terms of what he was being charged with and the evidence that was being put forth in the trial, that's the issue that I take concern with, is the impact that it's going to have on other trials.
If you go back, little brick building.
Oh,
a leak on that.
This one over here.
No,
but yeah. So in the background, guys, I've been showing you this one right here, right?
I took a leak.
So for those who haven't seen what downtown Portland looks like, that's what it looks like. This is the gateway to hell.
Yeah.
Portland is the gateway to hell. I mean, I'm just like, Portland, we don't need that city. If they want to break off to their own autonomous zone, goodbye. Like, it's done for.
But you're the one running my shit right now. Do people from my channel commenting see what people from your channel are commenting, or is it just separated?
I think it's just us. So anybody who's commenting on yours won't be
seeing who's commenting on yours.
Right. So from our view, you can see both of them integrated in this back end. But on your channel, they're only going to see the comments that are there. And then on my channel, they're only going to see the comments that are in that chat.
If you're getting lonely, there's more commenters on Polish American Brotherhood. Dead Twist is one of my guys. If you're getting lonely over there, Dead Twist, there's more people commenting on.
Come join the chat. But still,
I mean, Tara's controlling the whole thing. I don't have control of my channel anymore.
But definitely still stay on Nate's channel so that way he gets the view. But just open multiple tabs and then come and contribute in conversation over on mine, because we've got people being active chatting over there, so that way you're not too lonely over at Nate's. But you're growing though. You're going pretty fast, I would say, because the most difficult thing is always to hit that first 1,000. I mean, if you have your ass beat by Antifa, it'll be pretty fast to grow.
No, it's because it's not because of my videos. It's just because I do work for predator poachers. Basically, that's basically the only reason I get people coming aboard the fucking Nate train. Dude, I freaking call out left wing because I'm finally getting. I mean, I'm not big, but I feel like I'm big enough to start calling out left wing channels that have like 3,000, 6,000, 8,000 subs. They see my shit. They open it. I see they open it, and they're like, "Dude, fuck that. We don't want to talk to you." And it's just like, dude, you guys talk shit on other people. I think they're just a little bit intimidated by me, to be honest with you.
Well, they don't have any points to like argue and debate back. That's why.
Yeah, and
I mean, they
also know they're like, if we talk to this guy, he's gonna be a complete dick. So like,
yeah,
no,
for sure. That's one thing about you, Nate. You're definitely no holds back.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna die in freaking Portland, because you're gonna wear your Trump shit. Someone's gonna come and freaking try to throw a diaper in your head. I'm gonna get like. My childhood fucking trauma is going to come out and be like, you motherfucker! And then I'm going to get shot, and I'm going to be halfway retarded with a fucking bullet lodged in my head. And there goes Dream Floral. Hey, guys.
Try not to get killed in Portland, Nate. I guess I should take that advice as well, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Oh. watch a lot of Prayer Approacher's channel. Yeah, I know you do, Muse. I've seen you around and around. I think Prayer Approacher Masses videos. I've seen you around.
What's the what is the link for Predator Approachers?
Well, you don't want to search yourself with Chet Goldstein right now, but Prayer Approachers Massachusetts, look them up. Share them. Alex is the original Prayer Approacher is getting a little bit of heat right now, so he exposed EDP. If you've seen anything about that big YouTube guy, yeah, this is my guy. He's my buddy. He's a really good guy. So yeah,
hit that subscribe button and the notification. There we go.
There we go. Subscribe to PP Mass. And then Chet Goldstein, if you look him up. That's my
How do you spell?
Chet, C-H-E-T. He's the original Prayer Poacher. Yep, right there. He just exposed EDP, who is a YouTube video or a YouTuber with like 2 million freaking subscribers. See, 2.4 million views right in that freaking video. But all EDP fanboys are like trying to freaking cancel mob or trying to cancel culture his ass right now. So, but yeah, those are the two dudes that basically all.
Oh, this one, 2.4. Famous YouTuber EDP.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long ass video, Tara.
Okay.
But yeah, this dude, EDP, I don't know how he had the following that he had.
What's up, guys? I know a lot of y'all are probably new to this channel.
Who's EDP?
He's this YouTuber who has like 2 million subs, and I don't even know how because he's just a doofus.
Let me look him up.
And we want to give you the benefit of the doubt.
He deleted all his videos because he's being investigated right now because he got caught talking to his 13-year-old girl. But yeah, look, 2.1 million videos. Yep, him, but he has no videos right now because he's being investigated by the police right now as we speak.
Well, you guys are doing good work, so definitely doing good work. Go back to your channel. So everybody be sure you check out Dream Floral, hit that sub button, notification. So this one's Nate's channel.
Disregard the mild pornography at the top of the page.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. You're always edgy though, so.
I try. Wednesday. Well, I'll see you Friday.
Yes. I think I'm
going
to stay at the same hotel that I did last time.
Why do you want to go there during, like, there's no reason to spend extra time in Portland unless you're going to go sightseeing outside of Portland, you know, but to be in Portland from Wednesday to whatever the shit.
Yeah, that's the only day I can travel because I have all the interviews that are scheduled, and I don't want to travel on days I have interviews scheduled because this is a big week for me interviewing the mayors.
Yeah, I know, but why don't you go on Friday?
I am interviewing Fernando Matteo on Friday.
Oh shit!
And it's you know, I'm coming from Minneapolis. I'm coming from Minneapolis. I'm gonna have to connect probably through Houston or Chicago then to get into Portland. So it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a full day of travel. So Wednesday's my only window for
alone on
for
Friday
traveling.
is what you're telling me.
Huh?
Because you said you're interviewing someone on Friday, right? That's when I'm showing up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be at the bar.
You can handle yourself for an hour. The interview's at 5 p.m. EST. So that's going to be like 2 p.m. on Friday. So guys, be sure you check out the interviews I have scheduled this week. It's you know, pretty amazing that we're going to have some down-to-earth conversation with the NYC mayor candidates, the conservatives and the Republicans. So NYC is a blue state. We got to rally behind these guys and support them as much as possible. Do I ever see NYC turning red? Pray. It was such a gem of a city before Cuomo and de Blasio.
No one's even talking about Cuomo anymore.
That's, you know, the whole sex scandal and everything was to distract us from the truth that of the nursing home. The nursing home.
He
murdered people.
Like that kind of
people. It's like one, you're facing like being embarrassed and everything. The other one, you're facing like murder charges. So what do you want to get, in a sense, like in the public's eye?
Even the sex scandal, it's phasing out. And, you know, now everyone completely forgot about the fucking nursing home thing. And then the sex scandals are just fading out slowly but surely. Could you imagine if it was freaking Trump or governor of Florida or governor of freaking Texas that were facing that, they'd be freaking crucified. Their house would be burned down.
We see what's going on right now in Florida with Congressman
See
Gates.
that anti-riot bill in Florida that they're passing?
Yeah.
Dude, I need to move to Florida, bro.
DeSantis is based.
Every day,
That's why we don't have the issues in red states that the blue cities have in red cities. That like DeSantis passing, it's draconian. It's a very strict riot bill, but given what's been going on in the nation, and also
it's not even very strict. It's just, if it's declared a riot, you can no longer come in and participate. It means if something's declared, you could still protest, but if it's declared a riot, it means go the fuck home. And that's all. That's all Florida's bill does, you know. So it's not even, you know, the left's gonna throw it out there. Oh, this is racist, blah 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 blah. Like the voting rights.
They're completely. They're saying it's an anti-BLM.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, you should. If it's not going to be a riot, then why would you be concerned?
Exactly. If you don't fucking loot, why are you concerned?
Just don't burn, loot, murder, and you're fine.
It's not that hard not to commit felonies, you know. I guess it is because
that's true. But I think, you know, I commend Governor DeSantis for putting through the anti-riot bill and for keeping Florida open for businesses and not shutting it down. And, you know, even in terms of like fighting back against like any form of like a federal mask mandate.
No, the number one governor in America, I think, is Kristi Noem. That she did not put up with this
North Dakota
at all. Yeah, North Dakota. She needs to run for president if Trump doesn't. She did not put up with this COVID shit at the fuck all. And then she came out and said, if you fuck with any of our national monuments, you're gonna be charged at the fullest extent that you can be charged with.
Base.
And didn't shut down. That had zero.
South Dakota
didn't shut down any business. Dude, Kristi Noem has fucking balls, bro. Freaking MILF, dude. Kristi Noem, fucking 2024. I'm down. South Dakota. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Dead twist. Or no, Jeff said that. Did Dead Twist say that? I don't know, dude. I'm losing my mind.
She refused the refugees from the border. So before I came to Minneapolis, I was planning out with Grayson Arnold from Pure Politics. His channel is Pure Politics. Planning to go out to the border town of Yuma, and so that's over in Arizona. Yep, so I am planning to visit the southern border. It's ironic that a lot of other, you know.
Yuma. Continue.
Huh?
My dad was in the Marines. He was stationed in Yuma. Continue.
Gotcha. So that's one of the border towns that's been impacted by the border crisis. And, you know, politicians aren't even taking the time to be visiting the southern borders, but you have independent journalists like myself and a couple other friends who have taken border trips. I mean, even Candace Owen has gone down to check out what's been going on the border.
Could you imagine the Trump administration had media blackouts to the freaking borders? Holy shit. And then we finally have freaking states suing. I think Arizona is suing the Biden administration and Texas is suing the Biden administration, which, I mean, it doesn't mean anything because Biden administration is just going to use our fucking tax money to pay for the goddamn fucking whatever the shits are. But, you know, it's nice that they're getting fed up with it because Arizona was a swing state, right? Was it? I don't know. Wasn't it? I don't know how.
So I had gone out to Arizona to Phoenix during the Stop the Steal rally. Stop the Steal rally and the public hearings, and it felt very red to me. I mean, granted, I was there at a stop. I was at a Stop the Steal rally, so granted, I was around Republicans. So, but even just in terms of like walking through the city, because I felt safe. And the irony is, if I walk through a city and feel safe, I think it's Republican. Yeah. If I'm walking through a city and I'm like, this is sketch. It's Democrat.
It's a liberal shithole. But yeah, I feel the same way. I used to go to Lake Havasu. I mean, that's the only part of Arizona I would go to because I'm originally from Southern California, and Lake Havasu would be like fucking spring break territory over there because it's like 4 hours away from LA, 3 hours away from LA. But it felt as red as could possibly be, and I could only imagine like all Arizona be. I don't know how the hell it's a freaking swing state. It mind boggles me.
I don't think it is in it for it to go blue. So evidently they are going to be auditing the Dominion machines over in Arizona, and I have to follow up as to which city that they're doing it in. And so evidently Antifa is planning on going and like burning that federal building down.
Yeah,
where they're going to be doing the auditing the machines. So that's another.
There's Dominion freaking election fraud. Meanwhile, Biden came on the news like last month and brought up freaking Russian collusion on ABC. Just like, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, and then Putin called him out. He was like, "Yo, debate me live on TV in front of everyone."
That was fantastic. I wish he would have. But
you see Biden hiding in his basement again. Dude, I was like, Putin. That was the most gangster fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. You just called out the president of the strongest freaking superpower of the world to a live debate, and you immediately got Biden to shut the fuck up after just the day prior him going on the news and talking shit. Oh, shit, I'm getting too excited. Hey,
but I'm gonna have to wrap up this stream pretty soon and make sure I have everything like set up for later. And you guys pay attention to if I go live later on today, see what's kind of going on. I can see out my window. Actually, I am right next to the police precinct, the Minneapolis police precinct. So I see all those cars that are driving off that way. So we'll see if something's going to go on. If you're
part of the Dream Floral drunk capade, go over and subscribe to Polish American Brotherhood. Yeah, if you want. Dead Twist.
And pulling back up Nate's channel, Dream Floral. Be sure you hit the subscribe button and
my shit. But yeah, show yourself fast.
Yeah, I'll pull up my Polish American Brotherhood.
And then we're
just part of the Polish American Brotherhood. She's a Nazi.
First time I've been riot chasing in a long time. We're going out riot chasing this weekend, so it will be interesting. And Tara's going to get me killed because she likes to wear her Trump shit in public.
Patriots represent.
I represent, in times where it's not in a liberal shithole, chaotic, whatever. But, I'm not scared. What am I, a fucking pussy?
No, I was like, Nate, what are you talking about? Come on. Come on. I'll bring some extra bag of hats for you, just in case you forget yours, okay? or some like fucking Tifa gear, right? So, All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us in tonight's casual chatter between PoAmBrotherhood and Dream Floral. Again, I'll be going live later on tonight from downtown Minneapolis to see what's going on. Nate and I will be getting together over in Portland at the end of the weekend for May Day. So that's our updates for now. So Mayday. All right. Ciao, guys.
Bye.
All right. Adios.